to BitchView, the all-time bitch review of my century. I am the bitch, and this is the first issue that I'm ever going to release, and I fucked up my lines completely, just so you know. In this first issue ever, I am going to explore the atrocious final episode of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, pause this video right now, open a new tab, and Google it. Seriously, you're on the internet right now, there's no excuse for not knowing what the hell I'm doing.
And the only way you'll be able to save him is to complete the spell and change the laws of magic.
In this final episode, we start off with Amara and Jafar in the middle of changing the laws of magic, because we all knew last episode that there was no possible way it wasn't going to happen. And apparently it's the only way to save Cyrus, who is dying. Anything is possible in Wonderland, but it appears to be with limitations. You can live as a severed head, but you can't get stabbed in the back with glass or a dagger, or somehow you die. Unless of course you're a Jabberwocky, then you can get stabbed all you want and still live. We all know Jafar would change the laws and force our heroes to find a way to beat him as an all-powerful sorcerer. Just as he goes in for the kill, the Sultan unknowingly sacrifices himself so the others can escape. How convenient.
We're going to fly him there.
Regrouping at the rabbit's house, Amara saves Cyrus from dying. They decide on a horribly vague and flawed plan. It doesn't even take long for Jafar to capture Alice and kill the army she managed to raise in, what, minutes? Where did she find all those people? Where did they come from? They're just laying in the forest, ready for an ambush? There's no possible way she came up with all those people in a short time span just to have them all killed nearly as fast. So Alice is trapped with a delusional red bitch, a powerless genie, and a normal Jafar. He's demanding to know where the others are, and of course Alice won't tell. His ultimate threat is to change her past so that she never meets Cyrus in the first place. Of course, that all sounds mean and nasty right now, but really, have you thought about how this is going to make her suffer? Never knowing him means that she'll never know the difference in her life with or without him, so I don't see how this is a horrible threat. I mean, it's pretty shitty. He was better off changing things to make her innocently kill him or even accidentally kill him and have to live with the knowledge that she killed her true love. This has got to be the worst villain threat I've ever heard in my life, and I watched Gossip Girl. So Jafar finally gets what he wants through the red bitch, maybe realizing that his threat was shit, but too stupid to think of a better one. Anyway, he's off to find Cyrus and Amara. Meanwhile, the rabbit is lurking around the palace, easily getting caught. Fortunately, no one does anything about it. But the knave finally grows a pair and steps in.
Is it really you?
Figuratively. Of course, earlier he couldn't get out of the prison, but now it's barely a struggle to do what he needs to do. However, he utilizes the most powerful magic talked about in the shows, which is true love's kiss. There's a huge problem with this working. True love's kiss seems to be very specific magic. The rumor is you can break any curse, but apparently not every single one. Cyrus being a genie is a curse to begin with, yet no kiss he shares with Alice is able to break it. The red bitch isn't cursed, nor does she have an inkling of her true feelings for the knave. Therefore, I think by the show's logic, this should not have worked at all. Moving forward, Jafar kills Amara to make life even more complicated, but Alice steps in to save Cyrus.
You should have brought more than a sword and a rabbit!
It's not me who's going to defeat you.
Jafar steals the water from Amara and then is cursed to be a genie, removing the original curse. So everything Jafar has done as a sorcerer was undone after the curse was broken. He became an all-powerful sorcerer and then a genie, just like in the movie. And that's great, a brilliant choice, but let's back it up a little bit. Jafar and Amara have the same powers, and now Amara is dead, while Jafar is a genie and still alive. So please someone tell me why the fuck Cyrus is not dying again? If you recall, Amara's powers saved him from dying, and he's walking around just fine, while the cursed and not dead sorcerer's magic makes Santa go back to being dead. But we ignore this and cut to her being brought back to life by the water, to give Will his happy ending. The show then concludes with a happily ever after for everyone but Jafar, and it's really this ending that brought out the bitch in me. This is going to be one of the worst endings to a series I've ever seen. Something must have happened to Jafar's bottle, and why end things like this? What was the point in building up what could have potentially led to a great crossover to the original show just to fuck it up now? These characters are still usable. It wouldn't be hard to bring them to the other show, not to mention this slapdash rushed ending defies everything we've learned in the Once Upon a Time series. There is no happy ending. This episode is the worst thing ever to come out of the series and is a complete disgrace. It appears rushed and lazy. You can't even tag this off as good enough. Cancellation is no excuse for shitty and sloppy work. We can only hope that it can be redeemed in the major show. Do not let me down again. This is the bitch signing off for now. You want me to tear something else apart? You know how to get a hold of me. Happy bitching.